Hi everyone, it's Sharon.
It's Tammy.
And it's Beatrice, and welcome back to another episode of the Uncut Podcast.
Yay!
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back.
Yes, hope you guys have been enjoying the content as usual. Guys, we are pushing, we are dancing, we are... Listen.
Keep dancing, keep pushing, keep praying.
Hey, listen. Hey, running a podcast is not easy. I feel like time you posted something. Was it on your main or... Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah.
No, but it's still relevant.
Yeah.
Running a podcast is not easy. People think you just sit down and you just talk on the mic.
Yeah.
They don't know that this is the easiest bit.
Literally.
Even getting here is hard.
Nah, getting here is hard.
Getting here is hard.
I left the office today at 8 because, guys, we're recording on a Wednesday. We don't actually usually do that.
Yeah.
I left the office at 8 p.m. My colleagues are like, "You leaving us already?" I said, "I have to go to my other job. I got to clock in, mate." What?
Hey, wait, did you say that?
Yeah.
Really? That is so funny.
You leaving us? Yeah, because all day I've been like, I'm so busy. You know, it's one of those ones where like, if somebody interrupts me, like you can tell that like I'm like, this is an interruption. Like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
It's one of those days.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I am so busy. As I'm sitting here now, I'm cracking numbers in my head. I'm like, so that at least when I finish, I'm like, okay, let me do this last little bit and then.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Do you know what still makes me laugh? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, like back. I think when you had. I don't know whether it was when you had just moved into finance. I can't remember what it was, but I think it was when you were just like,
oh, I know.
It's so crazy when it hits 5 p.m. Like, the way it's like the day has just started.
Begun. Yeah.
So it was so funny because
like, by the end of the day, you're like,
by the end of the day.
Yeah. That is exactly what I said.
Hey, honestly, like we were having like a little bit of like a team kind of like reprioritization of okay, what are we gonna get done today?
What time was that?
This was probably at like 7
a.m. or p.m.
Yeah, 7 p.m. And
do you know what? Yeah, I don't think do you know what? Yeah, if I was ever in you guys' roles and they told me, oh, what we need to do at 7 p.m., I say, mate, you got me enough. I'm going home.
Oh my days. But yes, and then the person that was like going round, like he was moving so slow. I said, oh God, I was like, sorry, is there any way we can move with haste? I had to put this in a diary. Like there was absolutely no chance of me not putting this in a diary and like stressing to people like I need to leave like my office at this time. But the only way I could literally get it like not to be an issue was me saying that I'm gonna pick up what I'm doing later on. And even when I told like the timing that I would get back, like the timing I said I'll get back, I think I said that I'll get back in about like 10. They're like, yeah, sure, no problem. We'll let you know. I said,
you know when you think like, oh, don't worry, just get up in the morning. Nah.
I message people on the side saying, don't ping me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's absolutely crazy, man.
So funny.
Yeah.
Like even the other day, my MD he like called me and he was like, hey, sorry, I'm just on the plane. He was like, oh, do you mind if you could like, are you busy or are you doing anything? I was like, I mean, I'm cooking my dinner. Like,
yeah.
But continue.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
It's so funny because I'm just like, we don't need to do the pleasantries.
Yeah, just get straight into it.
Yeah, let's get to it. Like, how can I help you?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, plain food. And what was it? He was like, oh, I'd rather a home cooked meal than plain food. I was like, haha, yeah. So how can I help you?
Literally. Oh my days.
But it's just
and
so
you know what
funny.
kills me as well is when people try to be like the whole work-life balance. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, some people will try. Like, some people will actually be like, look.
What does work-life balance look like at your firm? Like, what would you consider to be work-life balance?
Work-life balance, there's policies.
Okay.
So, like, work-life balance is at least one evening a week. If we have something that we want to do in the evenings, we should be able to lock that in a week before and have that blocked out and have the next person who will pick up, like, cater to us. So that's meant to be one aspect. Two, if like you've got kids, obviously flexibility throughout the whole day. Like,
really?
As in, well, it's not. I'm just taking the piss. As in that's what some people are doing. Yeah, exactly. So I'm feeling like, man, like, you know, before I was like, I'm not sure I want to have kids.
You've looking like a way out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, honestly,
literally.
Adoption
and then,
even.
Like trying, like absolutely trying not to do weekend work.
Okay.
That is like a good, like if a project was like that where I could have regular like 1 week evening where I know it's going to be like fine, taking off, no weekend work.
When was the last time you worked on the weekend?
To be fair, it's been a minute, but I anticipate with what I'm on now, it might be likely. But otherwise, it's actually been pretty calm. Like the projects I've been on haven't necessarily required me to like do like details. So there'll be stuff that I'll do for my own benefit.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not like I'm sending it to the client on the
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
It's more I'm prepping myself because I'm sending it on Monday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Friday, Friday sometimes like you do well, but sometimes on Fridays you don't do
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only times where like this like past few weeks I've been working on the weekend. But yeah, what about you?
What's that?
What does
Work-life-
work-life balance?
Work-life balance. We don't have any policies in
Policies.
place per se.
So are people not measured on that?
Measured as in
Like, can you give feedback the fact that somebody has not allowed you to do that?
no.
Okay.
There's no. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But I would say with my team, because obviously it's just me and my manager.
Yeah.
He's very flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the industry as well. Like work-life balance doesn't really exist in private equity as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I can't really speak for other industries, but I know that like for a lot of like yours as well, like, and also just finance, like there isn't really much work-life balance. Work-life balance in these kind of jobs is more kind of like, I can do something, but I'm coming back to do what I need to do. So like, okay, I really want to see a play in the theatre and it starts at 7. I will work till the moment I need to leave and go straight there.
Yeah.
And then I might come back.
Yeah.
Or I'll go for dinner with my friends somewhere close to the office and I'll come back.
Okay.
Because there's been times where I couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
So like that would be considered like work-life balance in some
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys have like seasonal like where the work is very tough.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I agree.
And I feel like
That
you have
helps.
a lot of like
Yeah.
on and off.
Yeah. Q4 is horrendous. Q1 and Q4, I would say, are just bad. Like, because I think the momentum in the lead up to the end of the year, I just think everyone's like, oh, let's try and get this done by before the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then like when you've had like your Christmas break, that like sprint start in Jan, I think is also quite tough. In Europe, like most GPs will have like a bit of a low period in the summer. So that's nice. But it honestly also depends. Like if you're launching a fund in September, for example, you're not having a low period in summer because you need to use that time. So
Yeah.
well, I don't know, Jerry.
Yes.
But I actually can't complain. I have a good.
Ah, Landabusi. Hello, are you outside?
Why is she shouting like that?
Hello. No, hold on. Sorry. Hello, are you outside?
But yeah, anyway, overall, I can't complain.
Yeah,
Just-
them
just
ones.
finish that
Them ones. But anyway,
Oh,
guys.
you're not asking me how my work
Oh,
life
sorry,
goes.
how's
No,
that
it's
work-life
fine,
balance?
it's fine. I'm here, aren't I?
You can tell by her makeup
No,
and her
but the
lashes.
thing is, though, you do have periods.
I do have
Yeah,
periods.
you
actually
but
do have
Q4
periods.
is like,
Yeah.
I remember the day that I traveled to Lagos the night before.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep at all.
Was this last year or?
Yeah,
was
last
this-
year,
oh,
the
okay.
day before I traveled,
Yeah.
the amount of work I had to do before I said
I'm even thinking
goodbye.
about DLC Malta, boy.
Eh?
And
Yeah,
I
I
know
would
that
say
that's
when
because
you're-
you're working
yeah.
half days, but still, hey,
Yeah.
we didn't see you, boy, till like.
Yeah.
And because
the team.
I know what I'm doing, a lot gets, can you just
Can you just
Pick this up.
Yeah.
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 I will then. Can't say no, can I? But what I
Hey.
would say is that I think your team is very important. Like
100%.
people that
Yeah.
you work with, like my manager, shout out to him every time. Like he just makes work a lot easier.
Yeah.
My director as well, she just makes life a lot easier. Like obviously my industry is different to yours, but like when it's hitting like 5:30, she's like, go home.
Yeah.
Then she's like, what exactly do you need
to do
like,
still
to do?
here,
yeah.
You can't wait till tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Although, sorry, when people do that in my firm, like, yes, sometimes it works. Like, I think it was yesterday, I sent out an email. Fair enough, I sent it out like maybe like 12:30, like a.m. But I don't feel like that's like, it's not as mad as it could get. And the thing is, the person I'm sending it to is in India. They need to pick it up like in a
First thing.
literally a couple of hours.
Yeah.
So I need to send it basically. And I can only I had to get to a certain place to be able to send that email. But anyway, in my head, it's just literally just a quick 222 thing. If you see this morning, the way I got told off, when I got told off, they were just like, oh, no, but why do you need to stay up till late? And I said, because we were all everybody was working at this certain point, and it was
Who's
even
asking you that
my
question?
manager was like asking me like, oh no, like it's not really great for you to be like working. So I'm thinking,
I don't like
but we're
stuff like
all,
that.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Because it's just like,
because it's like it's kind
we
of
all know
fake.
we're doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a fake,
fake
it's a
worry.
fake.
Because if
Yeah.
I actually went to bed at the time you're telling me I should
Yeah.
log off,
Yeah.
you'd have been like, where is it?
Where is it?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bro.
Don't be doing all of that.
Hey, all this fake work politics sometimes.
Yeah.
Listen.
No, you know the oh, why? You could have just sent that tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
no, I couldn't have.
Yeah,
exactly.
literally. I remember I got told.
Because my tomorrow
Yeah.
is some people's like
Yeah,
evening.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So
those in
true.
Asia.
Yeah.
My God.
Hey.
I remember
Wake
like
up
at an
to
old
so many emails.
when I was a consultant, I remember I sent something like 8 p.m. or something.
Mm.
I think I got like pulled into a meeting with 2 people, and they were like, yeah, just like not really sure that like you know how to prioritize well, because you shouldn't be working till I was like, but you guys asked me to do this, that, and the third. Like, when
Yeah.
else am I supposed to be able to do that?
Yeah.
And the client I was working on, you had to have a separate laptop because it was like security
yeah.
clearance or
Yeah.
whatever. So like if you weren't on site, then you couldn't do like other work. Do you get what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So when I was on site, that's when I could only do client works. And when
Yeah.
I got home was when I would have to be doing all the internal things that they said I have to do so I
Yeah.
can get promoted. So I'm just like,
Exactly.
so what
Don't
exactly?
mind
So then I would start working offline and I would schedule emails.
Yes, yeah.
Because at
That's
the
why I
end of
also
the-
sometimes
at the end of the day,
yeah. But
like-
you know what? That's
sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work.
guys, I will never forget this
Oh
moment.
my goodness.
This is when I was like flying like every week for work.
Oh,
And
yeah.
basically,
That was
like,
a
obviously the
dark
whole team is
time.
there. We were working like really late, but like we needed like this person, the client needed this. Like when I say needed, they needed this thing for a board meeting. Yeah. So, but the only
Needed.
thing that saved me is the fact that it was actually my manager that instructed me to do what I did. And I think she basically was just like, it's kind of my fault. Like, because I basically said I would rather like wake up and send it, like to make sure that we actually send it because it's meant to be coming from me. But she was like, no, like, trust me, just do the scheduling thing. It's fine. Brother.
Outlook has to be on, laptop has to be on. It cannot go on to sleep
That's what I'm
mode.
saying. That's what I didn't
Otherwise
know.
it doesn't send.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't send.
The amount of I woke up one time,
Yeah.
I thought I was dreaming.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean this thing is still in my outbox?
Yeah.
I thought it was better to send like 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to go back to bed. I
Yeah.
said,
Literally. Literally. And you know what's so funny? Because basically, because we had worked so late the night before, and obviously it was not sensible to send the email out at that time. That's why we had to schedule it.
Yeah.
Essentially, like my manager told me, like, and the rest of the team, late morning. So basically, you don't need to get in. I don't need to be there for the meeting that they're going to use it
Yes,
for.
yes.
So like rest up, and then we had to just walk to where the client was, right? So I'm waking up a lot later than when the meeting had already started. Like, was due to really start.
No.
I wake up. Yeah, you know what? When you look at your phone, all I think is that I'm just
Miss
gonna
call,
go
miss
on
call.
to. I'm just gonna go on to like Instagram,
No,
scroll, catch up with
no,
you guys.
no.
Teams was up, boy.
Guys, the
What?
teams that was big. I said, thank God, number one, I'm really bad. I normally have everything on one phone, but like, thank God, I was the phone that I reached for because if it was my work phone, I wouldn't have reached for it in that morning. I literally just went and I just saw the message. I said, the only thing that saved me was that somebody else in the team said
Had
that
it
like
as
they
well.
had access to it and said they weren't feeling well during like in the morning, so they woke up and then they saw a message from the client like first thing, and then they literally followed it up with the email. But I was
God.
like, this is so bad. But and I literally got an apology like from
Your
the manager. Yeah, because I was like, I told you I would wake up, and she was like, no need. I was like, ha. But yeah, that thing, if he goes to sleep, if he wakes up to a black
No.
screen,
that scheduling thing has it's messed
Hey.
me up more than once, man.
Hey, okay, wait, can I ask another thing? Sorry about
Yeah.
work. Sorry, I know that we'll move on from this. soon.
Sorry, guys. Yeah,
This
it's
is what you
midweek.
get. Yeah, this is what you get when it's midweek, man. Have you guys ever
Into
seen?
the thick of it.
Into the thick of it. Have you guys ever seen like someone recall an email that
Oh.
everyone has seen?
So
And
many
what-
times.
Some of the emails that I've seen.
No, stop. Give us an example.
Hey,
Can you?
I'll see whether it makes him. And to be fair, it should be fine because the person's not in our firm anymore. But essentially,
Damn.
like this, leaving emails, like some people, it's just the usual. hey,
You've told me
I'm
about
leaving.
this.
Like, lovely meeting up with you. Lovely working with you guys. Tagging a few people
Yeah.
saying you
Yeah.
guys have been influential in my career. Reach out to me on LinkedIn here.
Yeah,
I'm going to be working
yeah.
on here. Yeah,
Yeah.
simple. However, some people,
Yeah.
oh my God, the emails that they send, it reminds me of what I can imagine Fred sending out. Yeah, when he left his job.
Yeah.
The way they will blast people, yeah, they will blast this team for doing something. They will, they will now say that the firm is rubbish, that they're going to something that. Guys,
That is so
some of the
funny.
emails have like, it's like, I can't lie, the gist is normally so sweet because the next day in the office, everybody is talking about
And when
it.
you say like that's like a leave, is that just your like
Cohort.
yeah, or is it like
varies.
firm wide?
No, it's like firm as in like
really
firm
not
wide.
global.
Not global,
Like
not
UK
global.
and Ireland or something.
UK and Ireland, but like my specific team, not
Yeah,
like
okay,
not
okay.
everybody in my like wider business will know.
yeah.
No, everyone. When people do leaving,
Yeah,
it's like
everybody,
everyone.
even global.
Some of them, I know some because the teams work.
Oh, okay, they
Because
work.
the teams work together, so
Yeah.
I could be sending emails to APAC team,
Yeah.
or I could be sending to the US team.
Yeah.
So if someone is leaving, like someone
Yeah.
like me is leaving, I have to say bye to the country.
Yeah,
I have to say bye
no,
to
do you know
them.
what? When I used to be a consultant, because that firm was massive and
Yeah.
we used to have like business in like lots of different jurisdictions.
Yeah.
You actually can't send global emails. Like it doesn't
Yeah, I think
work
there's-
from
I think there's a-
people.
yeah.
It can only be HR or something.
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I'm thinking.
'Cause,
Yeah,
some people,
yeah.
I'm sure they would. I've heard. I can't even. It's not even fit for this podcast. Some of the leaving emails.
Hey!
Wait.
What? There's some as well that don't even make it through. Like, as in, like they just slip it back into our junk, fam. It's only junk. Hey, only if you ain't. And especially when people try to send an email where they don't use. Like, let's say they've given back their laptop too early.
Okay.
So then they'll use their personal email.
Oh yeah.
And they'll
yeah.
send it. Then
That
they'll go
one
straight
is
to
going-
junk.
Yeah.
Or they'll actually ask like the HR team to send the email out on their behalf.
Okay.
Only the ones that are nice get put
Mm.
through. But it's very interesting. I don't think like some of my friends have like left recently and they didn't send no like leaving email. I think I'll be doing the same. Like I would. I know I would. As in I'm just not the type of person that likes like attention like when it
Yeah.
comes to
Yeah,
anything like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I just don't see the point.
Yeah. That's like me as even like
yeah.
with updating LinkedIn. Like,
Yeah.
hi guys, just got promoted. Like, I can't be
Hey,
asked for all of that.
Them ones. Them ones.
No, this just reminded me of this thing. I was telling Beatrice about it, yeah. So when I was at my old firm, like ever since I moved to P, I've worked at very small companies. I think the biggest firm I've worked at, the most amount of people, total number of employees at the firm was like 110 people or something, right? So I've worked at very small companies.
Yeah.
This firm, I think there were 70 of us across like the whole firm.
Yeah.
And when I left, I actually did send an email to everyone just because you get to know everybody. So I was like, oh, today's my last day. I think it was like literally, it was that email and then I was closing my laptop and giving it to IT. So anyway, I said, yeah, like I'm leaving. It was nice working with you guys. Hopefully see you guys around because the market's very small. We always cross each other.
Yeah.
This one particular lady, maybe a couple of months prior, she was even selling some of her designer stuff and she was selling it for cheap, like Jimmy Choo sandals for like £50 and stuff like that. She just wanted to clear her wardrobe and stuff. So I ended up buying like a pair of sandals from her. And I used to see her in the kitchen all the time. We used to chat, gist. She always looked really nice as well, dressed really well. So we would always chat about fashion. Do you know what I mean? Because I like dressing up to work as well. Cool. When I left, she sent me a message on LinkedIn like, oh my gosh, Sharon, I didn't know you were leaving. I'm so sorry to hear that you're leaving. Let's go for a drink sometime. Like, it was really nice working with you, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, oh, it was nice working with you too. Yeah, this is, she sent me her personal number. I was like, yeah, I'll drop you a text. Dropped her a text. I was like, oh, hey, it's me. It's my number, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Now, 6 to 9 months later, like I said, the private equity market is very small. So you come across people all the time. Yeah. So she had met like the head of UK investments at my firm. And he was like, oh, you should speak to our IR team about a particular deal or something. So then I ended up being the one to speak to her. And I was like, oh, it's so, like I worked with her. Get on the call now. Cameras on, everything. I'm like, hey, let's call her Sally. Hey, Sally, nice to meet you. How are you? Look, nice to see you again. How are you? She was like, oh, have we met?
Were other people on the call?
No, it was just me and her.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, I used to work at your company. I don't want to say the name of the company. I
Mm.
used to work at Apple Trees. Be like, oh, okay. So I guess you know all about us then. And I was like, sorry. I said to her, sorry, Sally, is my is my camera on? I said, Sally, is my camera? She was like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, we work together. Like, I was so confused.
Yeah.
If it
People
was
are
somebody that I
crazy.
just, hi by in the
Yeah.
office, and okay,
Yeah.
I bought your shoe.
Yeah.
Like, I bought your shoe.
And you have,
And you actually reached out
You
to
have
me.
my number.
You
You
reached out
asked
to
me
me.
for
Yeah.
to go for drinks.
Yeah.
Sorry, have we met?
Ah. Things like that
Ah.
things like that can actually send me over
Oh,
the
yeah, over
edge.
the edge.
Nah. I said, nah.
Mm.
I could not believe it.
Mm.
Tis
Tis
well,
well,
Sha.
Sally will be well with you.
It'll be well with
It'll
you.
be well
Ah.
with you indeed.
Yeah, the way you're denying.
Denying is crazy, right?
I can't believe it,
Absolutely
bruv.
crazy.
How can I buy your shoe? Nah.
That's the stinger.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, very nice sandal, Sha.
I'm crying. But anyway, guys, if you don't want to hear more of us worrying about our jobs, Sha, one thing that will be nice, because I think we're still working as long as we can, but one thing that would be nice to have is to see some subscribers, okay? So please, if
Period.
you guys are watching this episode, please hit that subscribe button. You guys know we're on a journey to somewhere, but we need you guys to subscribe to tell us where we're going. Yeah. So subscribe to the channel on YouTube. If you are listening on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, or even on Amazon, make sure you guys follow us. There's normally like a little notification bell. Press that too so you're notified every time we drop an episode. We release an episode on Mondays. And then for our people, them that are part of the inner circle that don't want to wait a whole extra week, we record another episode.
You know when that saliva is building up,
Hey.
you're like,
You've been talking so much.
so much. Sometimes, I have that when I'm talking on the pod, and I'm like, I don't even want to swallow because I don't want them to. Don't want them to jump in.
Bruh.
I finished my point.
Don't kill me. Hey, tis well,
thank you.
Shabby.
Anyway, let me take over for
Thank
you, my
you.
dear.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
guys, if Monday is not enough for you, then we also drop an extra episode on Patreon for just £3.99. If you're not subscribed, what are you doing? We have probably over 100 episodes, well over 100 episodes on Patreon now. So yeah, go ahead, check it out. We also drop a snippet on YouTube every Wednesday as well. We noticed that, not as many people who watch on a Monday watch on a Wednesday. So definitely hit that notification bell like Beatrice said, that you guys are notified whenever we drop episodes. Yeah, and then follow us on all our social media. You will see it on the screen.
Join our WhatsApp channel.
Yes, join our WhatsApp channel. Right. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have been watching Blue Therapy, but I've been watching it, Sha. I watched it the other day with my mum. Watching anything with my mum, yeah. I mean, I love that
Why
woman.
did they
but-
do that? Why?
Are you sure this is real?
Yeah, my mum
sure?
loves a why. Why did they? But we're watching at the same time.
Yeah,
so how will I
literally.
know?
How will I know?
Literally.
You think I'm part of the cast? And
Oh, nah,
you think I
but-
wrote it?
It's crazy.
You think I wrote it?
It's crazy.
Have you watched it then?
Yeah, I have.
The whole thing?
I think.
You
The
got enough.
important
The
stuff,
general
Sha.
gist.
Yeah, the important
I
stuff.
don't think it was boring.
Yeah, man, I
Really?
struggled.
Yeah, I struggled to get through it.
I struggled.
Wow.
It was very boring. I just had it in the background.
Yeah.
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 Oh, maybe it's because I watched it with my family.
Yeah,
Because I think I was like,
Did you know how? I think you can increase the speed on net. Did you watch it on normal speed?
To be honest, I
on the
normally
TV,
do that.
can you increase the
Yeah.
speed?
Increase on
Yeah.
the
Oh,
TV.
I've not seen that. I've only seen that on the laptop. Yeah, because that's how I used to watch Love is Blind, man. I've even given up on Love is Blind. Not given up, but like, there's just too many franchises. I can't keep up. Like, I'm just...
every time I'll keep watching the UK one though. What was I gonna say? When I say I found it boring, I just felt like it was a bit of a drag, and I felt like it kept coming back. Like, I just want you to. I feel like maybe
If
each
they just
episode should have
finished
just been one
one
couple,
100%.
not
a continuation.
Yeah, I feel like
I
if
agree.
every episode was one couple, it's kind of like we now saw the family life and then they now came back.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I feel like it would have been because I'm even forgetting
Yeah.
what's happening.
I think it's because I literally watched it with my mum, and then on the second day, because I watched it in 2 days, I watched the majority of it with my mum, and we were just about it like as we were watching it, and then the second half I watched with my brothers and my sister-in-law. So like I found it really interesting, but I think it's because we were pausing it.
I think it's
rewind
just that.
Right. I think we were pausing it, rewind. What did he say? How can he do? How can she say? What does she mean? There were some of the couples that I can't lie. No one can tell me that they didn't go and script it themselves.
Oh, number one on the list is Daisy and Jay.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's the one with they've got the young daughter, right?
Yeah.
Who's one.
Yeah.
Hey, ain't no way that you lot didn't script that one.
Yeah, it's
Start
a bit
to
too
finish
polished.
Oh, you
scripted.
think?
Yeah, it's too polished.
Like they were just nah.
Like the story didn't seem like it was holding any weight for it to
Yeah,
be
like, I was like-
as big as of an argument as it should
Or
be.
maybe it was kind of like you've already had this argument, you've resolved it, but you're like, let's use this as a storyline. Because how are you doing a coordination of outfits, but then you're coming and you're like, oh my goodness, I
All of
couldn't.
the couples did though.
Yeah, they were kind of
They
coordinated
were
in
all
one
kind
way.
of. There was one time that Victor and what was that?
Are we even considering that? They're in the group of like,
Of
I
what?
just,
Of what?
of couples that I don't give a heck about.
Oh, do you know what's so funny? Adesola told me that, I don't know if she said, she mentioned it to you guys. Basically, like she was at netball. Were they not there?
She saw them at netball.
As in, I think the girl has been playing like netball, but the guy was there and obviously not before. Obviously, if you saw people like that, you wouldn't look. But I think now, obviously, everyone's looking. But the fact that he was even there, people don't normally go to go and watch their partners.
So they're kind of like, oh, let's be stepping out together.
Maybe, or maybe they've
As
been
in this week.
as in like this week, yeah. And or maybe it was a case where it's just like this is what they've been doing, but now it's just more obvious because we know them. Do you know what I mean?
It might be that as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I just realised we haven't actually even explained what Blue Therapy is. Basically, it's a show on Netflix. I think previously it was on YouTube.
Yeah.
When the version on YouTube was scripted, but it's essentially just couples. The one on Netflix is like real couples with real stories, supposedly, where they come together for a therapy session. Oftentimes there's like an overarching issue that they want to discuss and resolve, and essentially like you follow like the story of this therapy session with each of these couples. Victor and what's her name?
You're asking me for a couple names.
Victor and
Everybody's a blur.
something. Is it M? Well,
Everyone's a blur.
I just feel like you're exactly where you want to be. I was having this conversation with my Ruth the
Who
other
is
day.
exactly where they want to be? Both.
The babe, she's exactly where she wants to be. What do you mean he bought you 2 promise rings and you're still sitting there?
Maria and Victor.
That's it, Maria and Victor. 2 promise rings and you're even wearing them on top of each other.
Yeah.
Please, you're exactly where you want to
I
be.
don't get what you mean by that.
What do you mean?
As in, like, you're exactly where you want to be.
Like, as in you've been there for 7
you've
years.
been there for so many years.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not making loud enough noise to be like, oh, I'm leaving or I'm not doing this. But you're exactly there, but you're still complaining, saying that you accepted 2 promise rings.
Like, my thing is, the only thing I can liken it to is like, you know, you're complaining every day that you don't like your job or something. For 7 years, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I just can't, like, if they do this one more time, I'm not gonna, if they don't change this, I'm gonna leave. And then you just don't. It's like, okay, well then, why are you still complaining? Like, if you were genuinely like that, like disappointed about this thing, you would have made some sort of action.
Do you know it's to me? Even if she was still there even if she was there for 7 years, is the accepting the 2 promise rings, and then you now had to lie to your partner that you were giving your parents money, but he thinks that you were paying off your car. Like the whole thing just seems like I don't know.
Yeah, like even don't get it twisted. Like I understand that, you know, asking a Bulgarian man to dobalef for your parents might, you know, he might not. But I'm just like,
but for my thing in that, once you hear that and you know that that's not your thing, bow out gracefully.
That's what I'm saying. Like, even if it's my thing is like you're not even trying to.
That is not Yoruba. Sorry, I have to tell you that that's how we greet. I mean, when you're asking me what's my favorite color, The next sentence will be, you have to do ballet for my dad.
Mm.
Because there's no way that we're going down the line. We're now 7 years and you're shocked at the fact that you have to do that.
But it sounds like, to me anyway, in that relationship, that he makes the stipulations and
Yeah,
she just goes
100%.
along with it. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm like,
100%.
you're kind of exactly where you want to be. A lot of the things that you're complaining about, you're not doing anything like that. I don't know. It's just, I can't really explain it.
I thought it was a bit weird. I think it's probably also to do with the fact that, one, this is a social media couple apparently. I've never seen them before, but they said they earn a living on social media, right? I don't know. You know, there's naturally something that's a bit performative with social media couples anyway. So I take that.
Interracial couples.
I didn't say that, but social media couples and interracial couples, yeah, any aspect.
Because remember, there was like a time years ago on YouTube where it was like interracial couples were the thing. And
Yeah.
if you were not, if the woman was not black and the man was not white,
Yeah, you weren't really.
bro, you ain't getting no subscribers.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear that. I hear that aspect. But I just mean more in the sense of, because they're very much used to social media life, there's a natural, like, they understand what story will like trigger or what would work. So I don't actually know if the reality would actually match.
Like she actually cares that much.
Yeah,
yeah.
Whether
That's what I'm saying as
whether
well.
like he's even that resistant. Like there might not actually be that much. I think it's a natural thing when you see an interracial couple for it to be a case of, oh, different culture clash. Like it's just a normal typical thing. But it's cool. It could be possible. It's true. But I think one thing that was really funny.
Obviously, you're not going to understand someone's culture, but I'm just kind of like, how are you so resistant to apps? Like, it's giving you're resistant to everything. Like, you want her parents to like accept you as their son and do the most of it, but you're not. But you're not though.
Without doing anything.
Like, I'm just like, what do you?
I don't know.
Wait, anyway,
Yeah.
shit.
What I was gonna say actually is that
Your sister
what I
told you
found.
to leave him. Your best friend has. Even that one going to the wedding dress show. I was just like, oh, please.
Yeah, for me, I think family is somehow. But anyway, what I find funny is that obviously she's saying that the promise you said about accepting 2 promise rings. It was clear from the way he was saying, like, it wasn't a promise ring that was like intention to marry. Like, you know, people promise rings are like more about the actual like relationship part.
Yeah.
He genuinely just thought that she likes rings and he got her a ring.
I'm not buying that.
At all.
Which it might not be the truth, or it could be the truth. And she, you know, some babes are very delusional.
Listen,
The type of ring that was, it looked like it. Promise rings are like resemblance of like an engagement ring, but maybe like a lot cheaper and whatever. It still has the same kind of sentiment in, oh, I promise that. Like, there's no way that you're giving a babe 2 rings. Like, okay, you say that I like
of the
rings.
Rings,
There's
like-
absolutely no way that you're presenting me a ring like that, saying, oh, I bought it because I think you like rings. Like, you already know rings, relationships. I've never heard anybody gift. Sorry.
I like rings.
I
Buy
like
me like
rings,
a
but-
band, like a Cartier band
Yeah,
or
or
something
like
like.
something.
Does this look like someone that's giving Cartier?
No, but
No,
that's
but
what I'm
I'm
saying. I'm
saying-
not even just saying Cartier because it's expensive. But what I mean is like, if I'm somebody who likes rings and you want to gift me a ring as my man, don't be gifting me anything that looks like it could be an engagement ring. No, there's other things that I like. I like pinky ring. I like thumb ring. I like index ring. Like, you can gift me all of that, but there's something about that. Like, it kind of gives. It's like engagement-esque. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nah.
that's what I'm saying. And
Yeah.
the fact that like she said that he said it was a promise ring, then he said, "Oh no, I just got it for you because of a ring." Bruv, those 2 rings look like they
I
could
think
be
why are you getting 2
engagement
though?
rings.
And why is she even
Stacking
wearing
rings,
2?
bruv.
Why is she even wearing 2? Anyway,
No, on her engagement finger as well. Nah,
very, very
could
interesting.
never be me.
What I found funny as well, speaking of things you can't afford.
Oh, what's that? Oh, sorry. Is there water in there? I'm
don't-
so
I don't-
thirsty in the
I
fridge.
don't think that fridge is in operation.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I have this, Sha.
Yeah, can I
You
have some of that?
Nah, meningitis.
Now why? Now why are you shouting out meningitis?
Bro, I went down a rabbit hole today.
Yeah, I had to Google today. What's
Do you want to
meningitis?
sky or not?
I'll drink it, Darry. We'll go together.
Wait,
We're in this together for life.
Hey,
Maybe if you give it to me,
I'll give it to you. You know.
Hey, that sugar tax is real because
I know.
Yeah, chill. Those ones.
that one
hey.
is plain.
It's meant to be like nice sugars.
Right.
But anyway,
That's what I
speaking
should
of
be drinking,
the
Sha.
not being able to afford stuff,
No.
what's that couple's name?
Brookie and-
Jasmine. No, don't do
Jasmine
that.
and Brookie.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
They must. They
They
must
must
have.
love.
Yeah.
They love her.
Yeah. all I was going to say is that they must really think that the clout they will get from this.
Yasmin and Mike, sorry.
Yeah, they must think.
Yasmin and Mike.
Mike, yeah. They must think, yeah, that the clout that they will get from this show will pay off any debt that they have. Yeah.
No.
Like,
Because what do you mean?
Yeah.
That you got... The thing is, I didn't understand. Okay, guys, people in the UK, I thought that there was this whole movement with teachers saying that they're not getting paid enough money. Cool. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, a teacher, I don't know how much she would be earning, but teachers are always complaining.
She could get... She's like a head.
She is a head of department. I listened to her.
Head of department, that's fine. But, even then, there's always this narrative that, they
don't get paid enough for what they do.
They're not paying enough for what they do. For your man to now say that you get double what he has, my guy, not back up your and get the out.
Tammy.
Yeah.
Tammy.
In my head, I'm thinking, something that they're striking for. You're saying that she earns double what you get. And the thing is, one thing about me, I don't like to shame anybody, but that is crazy. And he's not coming to tell us at the end that you're pregnant again.
No, Tammy, man.
No, I was watching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, something that it's like there was you're striking. These are people that are striking for more work. They're doing strike.
Yeah.
And you now telling me the person that they're striking for, they're earning double than you.
Yeah.
My guy, what are you earning? And you're now bringing children into this world? Oh no.
Do you know what's so funny? So if the only reason why I know a bit, let me not
Tammy's
say
views are her.
Huh? Yeah. I was
The
gonna
thing
say,
is,
I get
this is an isolated situation because I'm not into shit, but I was just like, I was honestly perplexed.
Yeah, I
For me,
hear it.
to use
I get
word
what you mean.
perplexed,
I get what you mean. I think that you're
For
more
me to
thinking
even
about
use the
from the way that the baby is moving and like how she seems to be operating in my head is giving very much like head, but like his role. I mean, someone explained that it's just a fancy term. You know how he was using this? It's a fancy term for a bank.
I think he's probably like commercial retail banking.
Retail banking,
like
yeah.
Barclays.
Yeah, like a high street bank. I think that's probably because when he said business manager at a bank or something,
like,
and then she said, and then he said he earns half.
Yeah,
I said
she earns double more than I'm not.
I said
unless he pivoted into this career and like he took a pay cut. I don't really know.
No, that's the salary because by the end of it he had no job, so that was what he was on.
Yeah, but I think that he could have started a new industry then lost his job.
Oh no, but I think he was saying that job was half of what.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that when you move, like if you want to move different industries, you could take a pay cut from what you were earning before.
Oh, take a pay cut.
Yeah,
I don't think that guy was taking a pay cut.
No.
With as much as the fact that he was so disappointed and saddened by the fact that
he's never been the breadwinner in the situation.
Yeah, I don't think he's taking no pay cut to come and no.
No, I was just like, what is going on here? Because I was like, and then he had the cheek to say that he wanted to order. I think that's what.
That's what started it.
That's what I'm concerned about.
That's the one I was like, my guy.
Yeah,
explain
I think that's what's fueling you. By the way, like I don't think. Well, maybe I could be wrong. Actually, to be fair, you've expressed two things before, but I think generally though, like if you just look at that setup, it's not as mad if the guy was acting in a way that's not detrimental to the family's success. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you're making poor financial.
Okay, I think it's an aspect of all things. First of all, let me not say there's nothing wrong. I definitely think that people should be ambitious and strive higher.
Yeah.
I've always said that I want my partner to earn more than me. With the politics, I just want him to earn more than me. Fine. For you now to not only not earn near what she's earning and then be in a job and then get made redundant and then don't tell the
person that's like the
person that is actually the Don Dada. You better go and report to your yoga and tell her that you've been made redundant. What the hell? And you have kids.
Yeah, the kids.
What the hell? Cool.
It's a kid.
And then on top of the redundancy, you now come and use your mouth to come and say that we want to order food. Man, if you don't get the chicken out of the freezer and then leave it to thaw.
Leave it to Thor. Yeah,
like not even defrost. You know when it's like to thaw.
When I saw him in that Audi showroom, I said, if you don't get out of there, I've never entered any showroom before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me
not.
and what's that resale website?
Afford it, guys. I cannot afford it.
Bro.
I cannot afford.
What's that website where they resell old cars?
Auto Trader is my
Trader. That is me.
Listen,
Auto Trader and me.
Car Wow.
Yeah, Car Wow.
Locked
Even then, Car Wow was
in.
even a bit too.
Even Facebook Marketplace.
Even
Bro.
normally filtering from low to high.
Low to
Bro.
high.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
It's
what?
crazy.
Cars from 2019
Hey,
backwards.
yeah,
Backwards.
absolutely. What?
Showroom.
Hey.
I said if you don't get
And
out
when he was
there.
like, "Oh, I was almost gonna buy," I said,
Did you see the look on her face? She was like, I'm glad you didn't, because I'd have been like, you better go back.
Yeah.
That no
That's-
cool
I think
feeling.
that's what it is. I think it's not the he earns like. I think it's just the whole
The
attitude
attitude,
towards
yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like you're so like, you know, he was saying like, oh, he feels. I don't think he said emasculated, but you could tell by the thing that he's like his demeanor and stuff.
He did say something.
Okay,
like
like
that.
he feels emasculated by the
Yeah.
fact that she earns more, but then it's like you're making it even worse by
Worse.
making poor financial
Yeah.
decisions.
Yeah.
You're in debt. She doesn't even know the kind of debt that you're in, which I think is like another red flag. Like, I'm not having personally. I
married?
don't want to.
Are they married?
They're engaged. They're engaged,
okay,
but they
yeah.
have a child and obviously one on the way. But my whole thing was kind of like, you know, I can't imagine. Let me not say I would never, but I can't imagine like getting married or getting engaged, having a baby with someone and not knowing the debt that they're in. Like,
Yeah.
not if you've lied to me, that's something different. But for her to just be like, oh, I think I kind of know the number.
yeah.
And then the guy said, oh, it's actually double.
Why is everything double with him?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really get that. And then it's like,
Oh.
you get your redundancy pay, and instead of like, you know, being like, okay, let me use this opportunity to clear my debt, send her
Yes.
some money or put more money towards like the rent, cover the rent. Audi showroom.
Yeah.
If you don't get out of there,
Yeah.
Bruv,
that one,
bruv, when I got
Anyway.
made redundant, what the way I was
Listen.
calculating?
hey, I remember.
Out a protractor. I said, hey.
Listen,
But
I remember I
tractor is
texted Beatrice
crazy.
one time. I was like, I don't know if I should spend £10 to remove my acrylic. So I went to go and buy acetone and
myself.
yeah, what? Even that
DIY was your best friend.
even
I'm
that
telling you.
£2.50, I was like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I was living at home, so I
Yeah.
don't really understand.
With
like,
no kids.
no
Yeah,
kids.
exactly.
I ain't gotta go as
man or
hard.
anything. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell?
no, I
no.
just
No.
Yeah.
The other relationship that was interesting, I thought, was Kelvin and Debbie.
Which one is that one?
Kelvin has the shop, the restaurant.
Oh, yes.
What do you think?
Their problems don't seem. It doesn't seem
real.
Really?
Not real. I wouldn't say real. I don't think their problems is as big as them. They need to go and see a therapist, in my opinion. Because
Ooh,
at the end of
interesting.
the day, when they ended it, she just got busier.
Yeah, I know.
There was
but
nothing that he didn't change. I'm sorry, but it didn't look like he changed what he was doing. She said that she got busy so she can now understand him as a businessman.
Yeah, but I don't think that should have been the resolve. I think obviously that's what they decided to do
So
amongst
I
themselves.
think I might miss this. What was the result for them?
So I think she was saying that, oh, he's really busy, that he doesn't have time. Like I think she rated him seeing her or him spending quality time like a 2 out of 10. Like he's really like involved with his business because obviously you know that his mom, whatever the story is. So now the resolve was now that, oh, I got a new job or something?
Yeah,
she
got a promotion.
She got a promotion or a
something
new
like- I can't
job.
remember.
So it means that she's traveling more and basically she can now understand how
He was feeling
because he was always busy and now she's busy. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, but I'm just like, that's not a
That's not a
resolution.
resolution at all.
That's
That's
what I'm
just
Yeah.
that's what I'm just like,
yeah.
it doesn't seem, so clearly it's like, oh, your problems are not that big where,
But I think like the issues
were real.
still
Like,
they
they're
were
real.
real. But I think it was still a big issue. But I just think that he didn't really necessarily take fully on board like what the therapist was saying. Because I think his point of
Yes,
view was
I
kind of
agree.
just more like, well, I'm grinding.
Yeah.
Like I'm grinding.
Sorry, you cannot be cancelling my birthday
Oh
plans.
hell no.
For what? And not
Sitting around waiting for an hour and a half.
I think it really
hey.
depends. I think it really depends. If this is like a big boy deal and you can have your birthday celebrate the next day, I would turn a.
Okay,
I would
but
do it.
in this
I'm saying if it was
situation,
because he's
because he said it was a celebrity or something,
celebrity
wasn't it?
client or something. But I'm saying like if something is like could be potentially life changing, I'm sorry. I can, as a girlfriend, I can be like, oh, okay.
I could understand, but I think for her,
Sorry,
it
and
was,
he's a chef, or what is he?
no, he's a restaurateur.
Restaurant owner.
He owns a restaurant.
So why does he need to be there?
I don't know. Maybe like it's still early stages, so
I don't
maybe
know.
maybe he needs to be more hands on. I don't know what the situation is, but
You know, sometimes whenever it's like, imagine if it was like Davido now. You know, you have to come and present the thing. Thank you, guys.
yeah.
This is Doc Elephant and
Yeah.
But my thing is, I mean, unless the only reason why I would allow that sort of thing is because it maybe would have been very last minute. Normally in normal situations, things like that, you would know a bit in advance, right? I would there's a bit of conditioning you can do. I think there's some people that they don't even see as a big deal. And it seems like his attitude may have been this situation where they wait to the last minute to then tell you, oh, I'm really sorry, I can't make it. And then you're left there.
See, that's what I was saying, that would have been an issue for me, because it's like, actually, this is just... Like, for her, I think it was kind of like, this is just another example of a trend.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's like a one-off, like he doesn't really do that, then I'd be like, okay, like I understand.
Yeah.
But it's like, are you being serious? Even on my birthday.
Like, you do it on all the little things, I let it slide. But on the one that's big, you think.
On my birthday, and like, I can't lie, there's always a good reason.
Yeah.
There's always a good reason for these things. But like, I think sometimes you have to decide, like, who's more important? Like, this celebrity client that's going to eat your food and then poo it out later. Or your girlfriend who's celebrating a big birthday.
You know, we speak about this in terms of like work and stuff, where it's like sometimes you'll be killing yourself so much, but you really can, like, you don't always have to like push yourself to the point where you're sacrificing on like really important family stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, there's normally a way where you can try to work it out. And if you really care about the family situation or what, because for example, like this is a mad jump. If his mum was like, I'm unwell, or like I'm going to the hospital, would you not? Sorry, do you not think that there gets to a point where I'm sorry, I'm just going to do the celebrity shit. Like, you're not going to do that.
He obviously has a way that he prioritizes things in his head.
But it's a clear prioritization issue. That is clearly what it is. And I would find it an issue. Like, and I think we spoke about this before, where it's just like, unfortunately, this is the sort of things where when you want a man that's you're praying for a man that's ambitious, has his money, can buy me Van Cleef, can buy me all of this stuff.
They don't have any time.
You have to understand. Okay, but there's gonna be possible options that come, like sacrifices that come with that you may not like.
Do
you know what I mean?
And this is the thing, I actually really like a busy guy. I like a guy that's busy. That's nice. I think also maybe because I'm busy too, but I like a guy that is busy, because the opposite of busy is idle, and I can't stand people who are idle, right? But I think prioritization is key. And I think
want a restaurant guy though. That type of busy is different.
I was gonna say there's a level of busy where it's like you aren't really that much in
busy
control.
during normal working hours. Restaurant, bruv.
But don't you think that's a lot of entrepreneurs though?
What?
Like, you're saying restaurant, no, but I'm just like, at least the restaurant closes at a certain time of night.
But you know,
but what I'm saying is with entrepreneurs. Wait. What I mean is that with entrepreneurs, a lot of them are just on. There's no, you know, Mr. Entrepreneur.
No. But there's some entrepreneurs where it's like, not everything is like not everything is every day. Like, every day doesn't look the same. With restaurant, it's like, okay, we are operating Monday to Sunday, and lunch starts at 12, which means I need to be there at 10. And then we close for lunch, and then we're prepping for dinner, and then dinner, then we're now closing, then we're now putting what's the thing where they look at, where they tally up. We're tallying up the cash and we're doing that. But like, restaurant, like, is a completely different ball game of busyness. And also, I think it's just hard.
I think so as well. What I was also going to say as well is that I get what you mean in terms of like restaurant being busy. I think more about, like, I'm now thinking about my mum's like work, right? Where my mum is very much, she works 24/7. However, where she can work plays, like, for me it makes a massive difference, and I know for her it does. So for example, some people are like, yes, it is like 20, like a lot of the time, like it's a lot of decisions and stuff, but they can also do that remotely. Like, it doesn't
Yeah.
require them to physically be in locations. Don't get me wrong, you can still find annoyance in that. Like, you
Okay.
will still be like, you're here, but you're not really here. You're on the
But
phone, you're doing that. But
don't
there's
you
a
think-
different element when you can still be next to someone. It's my personal
But don't you
opinion.
think, correct me if I'm wrong, but like, don't you think that's also because your mum has now a good team of people around her? Like, when she first started off her business, was she probably not there like more often? Because it sounds to me like he's in the beginning stages of this restaurant. Like,
because he had
it's definitely
to
within the first.
reopen, you know, he bought it again.
From his mum, and
obviously
not from
there's
his mum, but
in the initial stage, there's going to be a lot of
Yeah.
hands-on work. So that's why when it comes to things like, being there, if it's a celebrity thing and putting your face out there, after a while, your business will do the talking. You don't really necessarily have to be there. But it seems like, judging by what we're seeing, is like, because there was even shots of him bringing out the food and putting it in and stuff like that. So he's definitely in the hands-on.
But that's
at
what I'm
the
saying.
moment.
Like, I think, because they've been together for a long time. I can't remember how long they said. 10 years. Wow. Yeah. But anyway, so they've been together for a very long time. I think the restaurant is probably within its 5 years, first 5 years. I understand why he would have to be very hands-on in the beginning, but I think it gets to a point where you come out the other side of that and like you have the people who can run the business for you. Because obviously, like with restaurants, they have franchises and stuff. Like if you're the owner of a restaurant that has a franchise, you can't be in every location at once. Like so. That first initial one, I understand why he would be like super busy. And of course, you have to be understanding in the beginning. That's not my issue. My issue is prioritization. Like, it's like, you can still say like, okay, you know, I'm going to dedicate this time at this week to spend time with my girlfriend. I think oftentimes guys don't really understand like how important quality time is for women. Let me not just say for women. I think for a relationship really to thrive and to grow. And like, I think she was making really good points. Like, he just knows that I'm going to be here. Or like, at least he believes that I'm always going to be here. So it doesn't matter.
Do you know here when she was saying that, like, if I want to see him, I have to go to shop?
Yeah.
Damn.
Listen.
And you know when you get to the shop now, they'll now be saying, can you pass me the... brother.
Let me sit down and have a meal.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, I definitely think there's definitely a balance because everybody wants someone that is hardworking, ambitious and stuff like that. But you don't want someone that literally, like, he'll be so drained at work that when it is time for quality time, he'll be like, I'm so tired. I can't even say hello. Can't even, bro.
Yeah.
Falling asleep on FaceTime. Like, oh, God. Yeah.
It is well indeed. I'm trying to think, is there any other couples
The one that got the vasectomy.
Hey! That guy, he didn't even
I couldn't trust him by his holiday.
I kind of felt a bit sorry for him though.
Did he look like he had any ounce of care?
No, do you know what it was? It's not necessarily about the vasectomy. Like, if we put that to one side, I'm just like, how are you going to tell the guy you want a divorce on his birthday? Like, come on now. Like, and also...
Sorry, go on.
Really? You don't think that that's a big deal?
So, you know, the evil that some men have inflicted onto some women's lives, them asking for... They should even count themselves lucky. That's what she did. Because sometimes, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, maybe...
I'm not sure if
You're not sure?
understanding.
No, I know what you're trying to say.
Because you could be saying, oh, how could bad... But we don't know how bad he was to her to the point that he drove her to the point that she wants to get a divorce. And he cares about her birthday. Because you know some men as well, on their birthday, they'll now go and be in... They'll now go and do... They'll now go and say some things that now push you over the edge. And you're thinking, no, I'll just... We're going to end it here. Like, clearly we need to end it here because even on your birthday, this is the only time that you understand that this is not... It's not happening. It's not... It can't come up. I'm so sorry.
I don't know if I agree with that. Because I
It's
also...
the hair for me. I knew he...
Yeah, he's a DJ, Abi, or what is he that he does? My brother kept going on about that. Why is his hair blue? So like, is that his real hair?
Hey.
Wait, so what's that then? Is that what kind of blue is that? I said, are you watching it or are you not, bruv? Because you're talking too much. But I think with him, with the whole like, oh, maybe he did something to drive her to that point. That would have been a perfect time for her to come and say, yeah, but you did this and this is why. Like, you know why I asked you for a divorce on my birthday, but she didn't say that. Yeah. So that's why I'm like, that would be your time to, I don't know. I just think in a real world, who is going to leave out important information that makes them look better? Like, because he's made you obviously look quite bad by saying that you asked for a divorce on his birthday. I would imagine that your rebuttal would be like, yeah, but that's when I found out that you cheated on me, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, when else was I going to ask you? Like, that's the day I found out. I don't know. I felt a bit sorry for him. A vasectomy, not freezing the sperm or whatever it was that he was supposed to do.
Freeze the sperm, child.
You know,
But I'm also kind of like, do you know what?
He had no plan to do that. Telling me it was scheduling
we
issues.
tried.
What the hell?
Yeah.
But my thing is also kind of like, I don't think you guys need any more kids. Like, you're already struggling to get on. You have 3 already. You've asked the guy you've already broken up. You've gotten back together. Then you got married. Then you asked for a divorce on his birthday. Then you had 3 kids. Now you want to have guys said, please.
Yeah, I don't think that they should have another child, but going to get a vasectomy.
Yes, it's mad.
And then did he tell her that he was going to get it?
They had a conversation. She said, don't do it.
She said, don't do it. She said that, I mentioned it to you.
Yeah.
Mentioning something and saying that you're gonna do it and you've confirmed
those are 2
and
different things.
you've spoken to HQ and everything. Yeah. You haven't told. You've just mentioned it. Doesn't mean that I know that you're actually gonna go and do it.
Yeah.
Not only did you go and do it without me knowing, basically.
Yeah.
You then tell me that you've actually frozen your sperm and then come out and now say that you actually didn't do that.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I don't know if you heard the little spill that he gave. Like, for me, that's when it really showed, like, he's kind of wicked. Because I get where he was. Okay, I don't get it. Let me just say what he said. He said that women, like, having children typically lies with women, right? This is what he said.
Oh, okay.
And then he said, well, I'm taking control
over this situation. Yes. I remember I saw her and I was like, hey, nah.
And then he said, well, because basically in the session, it seemed like as if, like, again, you're trying to say scheduling. You deceiving yourself by saying it's a scheduling issue. When then behind the scenes, when it's one-on-one camera, you're now opening your mouth to say, no, I did it purposely because I want to take control over the situation. Make sure we definitely do not have kids again.
It reminded me of Why Did I Get Married?
Oh,
do you remember?
She was going to tie her tubes.
Yeah, and they've been trying. He thought they'd been trying for kids, and all time she had gone to Listen, this is why the Bible says that when 2 become 1, your body is no longer your own. That body that you have, that's my body. Can't just go and do any kind of vasectomy to my body. Yeah, no, but it's crazy.
This breast belongs to him.
Yes. Yeah,
no.
Licky.
No.
Sucky.
Oh, wait, man.
Anyway, who else was there that was worth mentioning?
Who else?
Is there anyone else?
I think that was it.
I think that was it. Apart from the couple that they looked like as if they did make progress. What was it? The one that said that her man is like doing well, like his work.
Yeah, and Tammy and Jermaine.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, where the sickle cell.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, what did you think about that?
Sorry,
what did you think about that?
And this will be the end of the show.
No,
it was a bit risky.
I think. What, as in them getting married in the first place?
Them getting married and them having kids and then now saying that they're gonna
have an abortion.
Yeah, because the child has sickle cell, which I think is I don't know what the adjective to use in order to describe their act of terminating the pregnancy when they found out that the child had sickle cell. I think because obviously you don't want your child to suffer, but at the same time, I don't know about AES and AES getting together and doing process of risking it. We have a 75% chance that it might not, but there's still a 25% chance that your child will have sickle cell. I don't know about that, because it's like you're producing the child and then saying, okay, when the child, I don't know. To me, it's like, I don't know how I'd feel. I don't know how I'd feel about that.
Agreed.
I don't know.
Yeah. So they guested on In My Opinions podcast.
Okay.
So I listened to, because that came up as a discussion point. So Tammy, who's the lady, she has a younger sister who has sickle cell, the disease.
Got you.
And she became a carer very early on in her life. And she doesn't go into like a lot of detail, but she like explains some of like, her reasoning behind like, being like, I don't want this for whoever I have as Like when I have children, I don't want this for my children. Obviously understandable. Why are you saying like that?
Sorry, because she obviously still decided to go with someone else. Yes.
I was gonna say something. I was gonna say, for me personally,
got motivated.
For me personally, if I had a sibling that had sickle cell, and I obviously have the sickle cell trait, I would make sure that the person that I get with is AA. That's just me. And the thing is, I'm not judging. I don't know how they got together. I don't know their situation. But I'm just saying, as someone that would have seen it firsthand, you saying that you're a carer, I think I would make it my duty to make sure that the person I'm with is AA, especially if I want to have kids. If I didn't want to have kids, fine. You know, I'm not producing any kids, fine. But the fact that you're now risking falling pregnant and then being like, okay, now we have to wait and see whether this child has sickle cell. And when it does, we don't have to make the decision to now terminate the pregnancy. So it's like, okay, so how many times are you going to do that until, like, imagine every single time after the child has sickle cell. I'll be like, no.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know.
Obviously, I agree. Like I've said all the time, like I'm AA, so it's not like ever a thing that I'm ever gonna have to worry about. I don't know what it's like being AS and meeting someone and feeling like, oh my goodness, I've never felt this way before, and I really love this person, and then having to separate because you're both AS. I don't know that, and that will never be my story because that's just not my reality. So I guess I have like a small ounce of empathy for those people. But of course, like I agree, like if I want to believe that if I was AS, like it would be like I wouldn't even get to a point where I'm developing feelings for someone that has AS because I just don't want to go through that. But anyway, obviously they have found themselves in this position where they're both AS and they decided to choose love and get married. So obviously they got 2 sons who were both AS. Then they got pregnant with their daughter.
They have 2 or 1?
They have 2 sons.
Oh, wow.
2 sons, they're both AS, got pregnant with their daughter, and they did, I think they said it's called CTA. Oh, what's it called? CVS.
CVS.
Okay, CVS testing. And it tests for multiple things. So sickle cell is one of them, but it also tests for like Down syndrome and all sorts of other sorts of testing that you can do. They also mentioned something interesting on the episode that I didn't know. Like if you are in a relationship where 2 of the partners are AS, you can have 1 free round of IVF on the NHS. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
Anyway, so they did this procedure and that's how they found out that it their child would have been SS. And they obviously wrestled with it for a while. I think she had a conversation with her mum about it, and like her mum had a conversation with her dad. And apparently her dad said, I have experienced sickle cell as a brother, as in to my own brother. I've experienced sickle cell as a father to my daughter. I don't want to experience sickle cell as a grandfather to my grandchild. Like, and she said that for her was like the final kind of straw in terms, and that was kind of like, do you know what? Like, I think we should go ahead and terminate the pregnancy. Now, they're Christians as well. I don't know how they came to, I don't know. I can't say anything about that, but I think, I don't know. I just feel like because when you have a child who has the disease, you don't feel any of the pain yourself physically, but you watch somebody that you brought to this world suffer. I just think it's like selfish almost to do that to someone else, knowing that you will not bear like the pain. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, I get what you mean in terms of like, okay, they're fortunate, or like God has like graced them with 2 children in the first instance.
And for me, I would be like, okay, that's okay. Like, let's stop here. Like, the thing is, I do understand like wanting to have like a daughter if you've had two sons before. There's also other options as well. Like, I want people to be open to the idea of adoption, and I know it can be terrible. That's fine, but I would definitely, if I was ever in a situation where I couldn't carry, or like, you know, I've exhausted all my options, I would definitely be open to adoption. Yeah. There are those avenues as well, and I think God blessed them in the sense that He gave them 2 children who are, you know, healthy, that don't have sickle cell. I don't know if I would have pushed to do a third because 25%. We already.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
understand what I mean?
yeah.
Like the.
I think
would
that's
just-
such a good point, actually. Like, if they really want to have a daughter, maybe they should just adopt.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. I can't say that I'm an advocate for every time just doing a test to be like, oh, okay, guess we
I
won't
don't
be.
think, and I don't want to sound insensitive or anything like that because it's obviously it's their journey, it's their life. But I think that the act of trying and then trying to find out whether it is, and then the child having sickle cell, it just breaks my heart. But
Yeah, I get you.
As well, man. But anyway, guys, if you guys watch Blue Therapy, let us know what your verdicts are on the couples.
Yeah.
Let us know, like, whether you agree with our opinions, whether you have a differing view. Let's be nice and gentle in the comments as well.
These are real people. Their stories are real.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people did want us to talk about it, so that's why we've taken up a long time to talk about it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It's available on Netflix for people who aren't aware, and hopefully you guys have got the general gist. If you skipped over this because you wanted to watch it, come back and watch it after you guys have seen it on Netflix. And yeah, so anyway, let's go on to Song of the Week. So as you guys know, we have our playlist. The playlist is available on Spotify. It's available on Apple Music, and it's also available on YouTube. And right now, we're still sticking strong with the theme of basically playing songs that basically make us feel good. That feel good tune. Today, I feel like for me personally, when we're recording this, I woke up this morning, I looked outside, and I didn't feel that terrible. The light is making a difference, y'all.
Yes.
So this is the time for you to be blasting out our playlist. Girls, what do you want to add to the playlist this week?
I've been listening to a lot of Beyonce.
You have
the past couple of days.
Yeah.
Let me add Two Hands to Heaven from Cowboy Carter. That song is so beautifully written. It's like basically Beyonce's like professing her love. And the way that she's just perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, it's
perfect,
good.
Perfect.
Very good tune. Sharon, what you got in?
I've been wanting to add this song for a couple of weeks, but I just don't know how to pronounce it.
Hey?
It's a Ghanaian song, and it's by Ara the J, and there's a couple of features on there. And I basically listened to his album. What's the name of this album, actually? I'll see if I can find it as I'm talking. Oh, it's called The Odyssey. And basically one of the songs on there was like playing a lot when I was in Accra. And then I ended up listening to the whole album when I got back, and I fell in love with this song. Don't know how to say it. It's like Ahufe or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, you'll find it in the playlist, Sha. It's a good song. Like I really like it.
Nice. I'm going to add, what should I add today? Okay, let me add Gallerizzi.
Oh,
I'm gonna add Gallerizzi. A very good tune.
Yeah,
I actually don't think it's as big as it should have been, personally.
I think it's because too many group songs were coming out around the time that it came out.
Yeah.
They had Money Constant, they had Gallerizzi, they had Nakupenda.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Group, that was on as well.
Very true.
So many songs coming out. But it's a good song.
Yeah, very, very good song. So that's the song I'm gonna add to the playlist. Guys, let us know what songs you guys would want to add to the playlist as well. Like I said, it's available on Spotify, it's available on Apple Music, and it's also available on YouTube. Cool. Should we wrap up with a dilemma?
Yes, we shall. I feel like I didn't read out this dilemma anyway, but I don't think I did. How many dilemmas did I do last week? One, right?
I can't remember.
I think it was just one.
Just
I don't
one.
think we
Okay,
did that
cool, then
many.
that's fine. Of course, this one was sent in. I'm a 35-year-old woman who has been married for almost 12 years to a man who is 10 years older than me. We got married in 2014 after dating for 3 years. Before marriage, I was very independent. I had a stable job and even earned more than he did. I never asked him for financial support during our dating years. When we discussed children, I told him I wanted 4 because I've always loved children and dreamed of a big family. He said he wanted 2 and I agreed. I assumed we were aligned and would start having children early. However, 3 months into the marriage, I noticed that whenever we were intimate, he was about to release, he would withdraw. When I asked why, he said he wanted us to wait for a year before trying for a baby. I agreed. 10 months in, he got the opportunity to travel abroad for work. I asked if we could try for a baby before he left. Since we didn't know how long we would be apart, he refused. I even involved spiritual counsel, but he still said no.
Okay.
The week before he traveled, I tried to initiate intimacy during ovulation, and he pushed me away. That was the first time he had ever physically pushed me. He traveled and was away for 2 years.
2
years.
When he returned, I brought up the topic of children again. He said he wasn't financially ready.
Oh.
After that conversation, 2 more years passed without him touching me at all.
What?
By this point, we had been married about 5 years with very little intimacy.
Oh, heck no.
Jesus.
Eventually, after a relative intervened and spoke to his mother,
Oh,
he
Lord.
agreed to try for a child.
Oh.
I remember kneeling and begging my own husband because I was almost 30 and afraid time was passing me by.
So you're basically our age. Oh, my.
No, don't what's it? Don't make her feel sad for her wanting her things. I can't even.
Please.
I can't even.
I think it's because they had been
what I'm trying to
together
say.
for 5 years and she
Married
wanted,
for 5 years.
Married for 5 years and she wanted 4. She now agreed and said, "Okay, we'll settle for 2."
2.
And even in the first, like,
Yeah, and she wanted to start straight away,
Straight
and then
away,
he
yeah.
left her for 5 years, and now she's having
Okay,
to
yeah.
beg on her hands and
so
knees.
yeah, I was almost 30 and afraid that time was passing me by. The one time he called me to meet him away from home, I became pregnant. During pregnancy, I had complications and had to have a C-section, and it became infected. I had to dress my wounds myself and had little support.
What the
Instead of
Oh.
protecting me, he told his family that I smelled, which was why he wasn't touching me. They confronted me and never told my own family what I was going through. After our son was born, he did not touch me for 2 more years. When I brought up having a second child, the plan we originally agreed on, he said no again. I buried that dream and focused on being grateful for the one child I have. Recently, he was involved in a serious accident and was on life support.
Huh?
During that time, his phone came into my possession.
Oh.
I discovered that for 10 years, he had been maintaining sexual relationships with 2 other women. I saw explicit messages reminiscing about sexual encounters, promises, and even videos of outings together. I also found used condoms in his car.
Used. Oh my God! And you're calling me smelly?
When he recovered, he apologized and said he wanted to start afresh.
Oh please!
But shortly after, I discovered he was still communicating with them.
If
When
I
I
don't pull that life plug machine,
go
that life machine, wherever it is, what the life support machine? You're lucky I don't even dangle the plug in front of your face. What do you mean? Are you crazy?
euthanasia.
Is even your life is even in my hands.
My life is not mine, yo. To you I belong.
Yeah, I give myself. That's the point where you let things go. Like you just, you know, when you get to a point where you have to just let go of all the wickedness that you've done.
Yeah.
But you still, anyway. Yeah.
She said,
The way I'll be dancing next to that
dangling
plug.
Oh, oh,
Enjoyment easy.
nah.
Hey!
Stop it.
Me, I like doing that.
Hey!
Where did I get up to? When he recovered, he apologized and said he wanted to start afresh. But shortly after, I discovered he was still communicating with them. When I confronted him, he blamed my insecurity and became angry that I went through his phone. He changed his password and became more sensitive. Became more secretive. Whenever I tried to express my feelings, he dismisses me. I once sent a long message pouring out my heart, and he responded by saying, "I'm not a reader." He says that he can't.
I'm not a reader.
He says he can't stay long on the phone with me, yet I see him speak to others for hours. After weeks of ignoring me, he recently tried to initiate intimacy as if nothing had happened. For 12 years, I have been faithful. I supported him financially at times. I prayed. I kept everything private to protect our marriage. I begged for a child. I endured years of rejection and loneliness. Now I am tired. Am I wrong for wanting to move on? Am I giving up too quickly, or have I stayed too long? Is there something I'm missing? I genuinely want to know if I'm being unreasonable or if this is simply clarity after years of endurance. Thank you for your advice.
I even feel underqualified to answer this dilemma, Seth.
When I read it, I
12
said,
years.
12 years. Why did I deserve? Like,
Stop.
what the hell? Like, how are you? Like, you said, what was the question that she asked at the
This
end?
is giving a plot of a movie, fam, because there's no way you can be
She's
staying
like,
in
am I
that
wrong for wanting to
situation.
move on? Am I giving up too quickly? Too quickly.
Brother.
12 years, one child.
And he's been sleeping
And
with
he's
people
been
up and down.
sleeping with 2
Used
other women.
Are we
And
deep for that?
seen-
There's
and you
used
found
condoms,
used condoms.
used in the car.
Brother.
Oh,
It's mad.
Brother.
and you're calling me smelly,
It's mad.
but you have used condoms, plural.
Bruv.
It's mad.
Oh, my
Bruv,
dear.
my dear.
You've even overstayed, Seth.
Yeah.
I don't think I could stay in that marriage anymore. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I was making it past the point. Well, to be fair, I think I would have ended the marriage anyway at the point that we had the life machine, like I said.
Beatrice's views are her own. But anyway, Sha.
Brother.
Sometimes I feel like people don't fear God enough. Because how are you in a life-threatening situation?
Boy.
That would have been
you to be asking for forgiveness for all your sins.
That would have been a restart for me. If I was in his position, I'd be like, this is God telling me that I need to, slow down and appreciate my wife, take care of my child, blah, blah, blah. Not only did you even worse coming out of your or whatever situation you were in, saying that I'm not a reader. Is it the accident that made you not a reader? Or what is it?
It's crazy.
What is this? What is what? What is the size of your backside? Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Picasso. But yeah.
My dear, please leave. You're still young. You're probably, 30-something?
I don't know, bro. How many years has it been?
She might be like 36.
Probably like late 30s. Mid to late 30s.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
Some
and you
people
only
are
have
just
one child, fam.
Yeah, you're all right.
You'll be all right, man.
You're a 4-year-old man's dreams.
Yeah, literally.
Please, you'll be fine.
Yeah, literally.
You'll be fine.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
Leave that man.
Leave that man. Leave that man.
Crazy.
Because what is he? I haven't heard one good report.
Nothing.
And that was a long dilemma.
And the fact that, mind you, in the beginning, she said, I'm 35. Okay, she's 35.
Okay.
And she's been married for almost 12 years to a man who's 10 years older than me. So he's 45 acting like a fool. Have you ever heard the phrase?
Wait, so if she was 35, how?
She got married. This is 12 years. Like, she's telling us a story that spanned over 12 years.
Yeah, so she got married at what age?
27. Well, how old is she?
She
20.
Oh, way too.
That's what I'm saying. It would have
23. 23.
Damn, you were young.
He was 33.
He was 10 years old.
10 years older.
I forgot that he's 10 years old.
That's what I said.
And
I was
that changes the...
That's what I said.
The guy was already on his way out. I would have plugged that thing. I would have even...
At 45. He's on his way out.
He's on his way out, bruv. He's on his way out, bruv.
Young man.
He's on hush. I was going to say, he's 45 years old. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the saying, a fool at 40 is a fool forever.
Well, that would...
You cannot be a fool at 40.
That's basically what I mean, yeah.
Huh?
That's basically what I mean, yeah.
That you cannot be fooling and be over the age of 40. What the hell?
Yeah, he made too many wrong decisions in his life.
Too many wrong. Leave him.
How can I be begging you to have sex with me as my husband?
As my husband.
And you know, men, they will have sex with anything.
Fam?
Rather. As well.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no.
You did touch your wife for 2 years after you had your first child. You're now telling my family that your family that I smell because I'm recovering from a C-section.
That you're not even helping me.
That you're not even helping me dress the wounds.
Very interesting.
No way.
Nah,
please.
I know that we say this all the time, but guys, please, it is a necessity to marry someone that is kind.
Please.
Kind.
It's actually the matter. It's the difference between life and death.
And not just kind to you, kind to everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
Because someone that can be kind to you might not be kind to everybody.
Yeah.
Please.
Wow. Well, anyways, I guess that's the end of this episode, child. Guys, what an episode. Hey, my lord, that was a whirlwind of a dilemma. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what your responses are to this dilemma. Yeah. If it's any different than my own, I don't want to hear it. No, I'm joking. But anyway, let us know what your thoughts are, guys. And as always, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.